So when we do these, dividing by polynomials, the first thing that you have to do when you set them up is you have to notice that it says you're dividing by 2x. So that means that all of this is being divided by 2x, which you can then change to individually divide each part because it is monomial. So you can do it this way if you want. So now when you do that, you want to think, is it top heavy, is it bottom heavy, or is it even Steven? So when it comes to the numbers, just like right here, you're going to simplify what 4 divided by 2 is. So that gives you 2, and since it's top heavy, meaning you have a higher power on the top than you do on the bottom, all those extras would be in the numerator. So you have 2x, and then negative 5x over 2x. They're even Steven as far as the variables, but you get negative 5 over 2 doesn't reduce. And then 8 over 2 reduces to 4, but you're bottom heavy, so you end up getting 4 over x. Bottom heavy meaning you have one more, or you have more variables in the denominator than you do the numerator. So this would be your final answer, okay, what's written in blue. When it comes to number 2, I know it says it's multiplication here, but you have to understand that it says multiplication by 5x to the negative first power, which is code for divide by 5x, okay? That means the same thing. So we're going to set it up just like we did the last one. So 4x cubed, and I'm going to do it individually. So plus 10x squared over 5x, plus 35x over 5x, and minus 15 over 5x. And then I'm going to individually look at each term. And remember that we can do this because each of these is a monomial, okay, that we're dividing by. If when it comes to what's coming up, dividing by long division, you won't be able to do this. So you have to make sure that you're divided by a monomial. So looking at the first term, 4/5 does not reduce. So we continue with our 4/5, but it is top heavy by 2. So that means we have x squared in the numerator. Going to the next term, we have 10 divided by 5 gives you 2, and you're top heavy by 1, so you get 2x, which is the same as 2x over 1. The next one gives you 35 over 5, or 7, and then you're even Steven on variables, so those cancel out. And then negative 15 over 5 gives you 3, but you're bottom heavy by 1. So if you notice then, looking back at the progression, it goes a power of 2, a power of 1, a power of 0, and a power of negative 1. So it kind of counts backwards for you. Okay? Looking at this next one, we're going to do this one together, and I'm going to ask you to pause it after number 3 and try that one on your own. So let's set this up. So x to the third over 4x squared plus 3x squared over 4x squared minus 8x over 4x squared and plus 12 over 4x squared. And then start simplifying. So your coefficients in the first term are 1 in the numerator and a 4. So you obviously got 1 over 4 when you do just the coefficients. But if you're top heavy by 1, so that's the same as 1x over 4 or just x over 4. Okay? The second term, 3/4 again doesn't reduce, and your variables are even Steven. So x squared over x squared leaves you with no x's, and you just get that plus 3/4. So we've gone from a power of 1 to now we have a power of none. And then 8 over 4 reduces to 2, and your powers are bottom heavy by 1, so you get 2 over x. In the third term, you get 12 over 4, which is positive 3, and then you're bottom heavy by 2. So again, looking at the progression of your powers, you go power of 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. Okay? And then that would be your final answer. All right, set up the next one, and go ahead and hit pause, set it up, and try to simplify it on your own. And then when you're finished, check it with my answer. I'll walk you through it. So hit pause right now, set it up, and simplify it. Okay, so I set it up for you before I hit pause and I solved it. If you look at the first term, your coefficients are -6 over -3, so it leaves you with a +2, and your bottom or your top heavy by 3 x's. In the second term, you have a negative over negative, which results in positive, and the 3 is in the denominator, but you're top heavy on x's by 2. And moving to the next term, you're top heavy on x's by 1, and -3 goes into +15, -5 times. In the fourth term, you have +3x divided by -3x, which gives you -1. And then lastly, you have -21 divided by -3 gives you +7, and then your bottom heavy by x's by 1. So that should give you enough information to be able to simplify and solve all your homework problems, and hopefully you have plenty of time to get that done in class.